What if you cannot lose what you're meant to have? Everything that you may be grieving right now, was it stable? Was it meant for you? Or are you just grieving something that was solely brought by you? You cannot lose something if you did not gain something. There's often many things said about we are not meant to have and keep anything. Our existence, our relationships, our time on earth is meant to be experienced, and nothing at the end of the day is ours to be kept. And there is so much truth to that. But I also find that we keep our emotions, we keep these memories, we keep imagination, whether it's a relationship, a place, a person, a timeline. You always go back to it with either good feelings, bad feelings, neutral feelings. There is always something kept. The version of your life that you typically mourn, it was always a performance. It was never your foundation because there's a reason you don't live it. If you are mourning something that has passed, there is a reason it has passed. If something is truly meant to be in your life, if divinity, if power, if alignment is meant to be with this thing, with this person, with this place, with this job, career, source, whatever it may be, it will be. You have to arrive to this understanding. You have to arrive to a place where you are almost so detached to the outcome that you know it may not be yours to keep. Usually, when you arrive to this intelligence, when you arrive to this consciousness, things become a lot easier. Now, is that to say that you will not mourn? No, you are a human being. You have feelings. You have a heart. You have a brain. You have a soul. You will always have feelings of mourning. You will always have feelings of sadness, of anger, of rage, of happiness, of joy, excitement. You're always going to have these things. But it is about how you actually deal with these things that arrives you to this place of knowing, to this place of understanding. What is actually yours can never be delayed. You may think that you're meant to be here with this person and you're meant to have this career that you worked so many years for, and you know that this is your being, right? You have this intuition. And then it all falls, it all crumbles, it goes away. On a random Tuesday, you wake up and your life is no longer yours. And you think to yourself, why? Where did it go? What happened? What did I do wrong? Am I the wrong person? Am I a bad human? Is this my karma? And usually, this is beautiful. This shattering of your existence, this crumbling down to rock bottom, is a beautiful process. In the moment, pain is not beauty. It is, of course, but in the moment, it does not feel this way. But in order to have love, in order to have prosperity, you must feel pain. We would not have happiness if we did not feel pain. Yin and yang. Within the good, there's always bad, and within the bad, there's always good. It is more so about how you perceive it. It is more so how you decide to observe it. You have limitless possibilities around yourself at every single moment, and you choose what you observe. If you choose to observe that your bank account is empty, then you will be poor. You will have an empty bank account. But if you choose to look at that number as something that is full of gratitude, is full of life, is full of acceptance, but also a want, a drive, a appreciation, then you will receive. You will receive this appreciation. You will receive this gratitude from the universe, from your workings, from your creativity. It will all be put out. And when you crumble and you shatter and you break down to that rock bottom, it is not because it's not meant for you. Again, what is actually yours can never be taken. It always is just delayed by your resistance to it. Recently, I have started therapy and it has been a very lovely experience. And not only have I talked through many things that maybe I already understand, or maybe things that I've already dissolved but need to be reminded of, or a different perspective. Of course, this is what therapy is for. But I have also grasped this understanding that loss is not a punishment, it is always correction. When we lose somebody, or we lose a job, or we even lose something, it is not because it's meant to be a punishment from the universe. It is simply the universe testing you or making you decide. Did that thing really mean everything to you? Was that something you really needed? Or can you move on? Can you decide that you still deserve, you still are loved, and whatever you had lost will be coming back to you in tenfolds, in 20 folds? Or it may be something that is completely opposite that you could never even dream of. But when you have that resistance, You are blocking this allowment. You are blocking whatever is meant to be from coming in. When you lose someone or you are with someone and you resist to see the truth, you resist to change from the temptation of the universe, you will continue to feel this mourning, this pain, this suffering. It is when you truly decide that nothing is yours to keep and you cannot lose something that you did not gain anything from, you will not see this light. You will not see this beauty of the universe. Of course, as always, this may be abstract, so let's put it into play. I will be using myself for instance. I find human relationships very fascinating, and my human relationships tend to take different fonts. I'm moving around, I'm traveling in new countries, I'm meeting someone for a brief moment in time, a brief passing. May something come from it, may something not. And so I have realized that detachment is your power. But on the other hand, I also have come to this understanding that it's okay to want something. It is okay to desire connection, whether a partnership, a friendship, a romantic passing. This is allowed. But often you hear stories of people being in relationships that are not aligned with who they are. Maybe this person is abusive. Maybe this person betrays you. Maybe this person is just not your person. They're great, they're wonderful, they're nice, they're kind, but they're just not your person. You're always going to know this, and the universe will show you truth. If you find that you are in a confusing period in a relationship, a job, a career point, a travel journey, whatever it may be, the universe will always bring truth and light to the situation. Again, it is up to you whether you ignore that or you give in to this temptation. Recently, in one of my relationships, I was very much shown truth and very much shown light on the situation that I have been in with this person. And it was up for me to decide that as much pain and sorrow and mourning that I had over this situation, I had the choice to decide that no, this is not what I want. This is not what I deserve. And with that being said, I could have easily stayed. I could have easily put myself back into the mold, back into the situation, and the universe would have exactly reacted to that. They not only would have delayed what's meant for me, but I may have never arrived to this beautiful situation that I'm in currently, this beautiful light that I see through my eyes. And who knows what's to come? Many people can have partners for years and they think this is the one, and boom, in an instant, it's gone. But what these people have to tell and what these stories have to embody is that just because things seem right, just because things seem easy, does not mean it is yours. You could be delaying what's meant for you by continuously showing up to something that you're not fully aligned with. Even if you're 99.9% aligned, that 0.01% will always keep you delayed. Your nervous system will confuse familiar with safe, and that is a trap. When you remove yourself from something or someone or some timeline, you're not losing. You're not losing a timeline. You're not burning and crashing what once was. It was still part of you, and it's still learned, and it's still a lesson, and it's still something that can be beautiful. But you're simply being rerouted to what was always meant to be yours. The woman that you and I are meant to become cannot carry the old versions that were just meant to survive. Do you want to live every day just surviving? Do you want to wake up with somebody just to survive the day with them, just to get by, just to have one teeny passing moment of joy? Why would you ever let yourself think that that is all you're made for? Why would you ever settle for something that is not 100% aligned? To know if something's 100% aligned, I really find that even when you're in your worst moment, you still look at it and you think, this is mine. This is meant for me. You don't need to white knuckle. You don't need to white knuckle your way into destiny. It's already wrote. So the next time that something crumbles and falls and burns and crashes, don't sit and ask, why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? We're all guilty of this. I do this. You do this. We all do this. But the question is, what becomes possible when I stop grieving this foundation, this thing that was already cracked? You know it too. You and I know it. There was a crack, it was leaking, and you just need to let it go. You just need to allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to embrace in the feelings, the sadness, the mourning, the suffering. You must remember that that foundation was cracked, and there will be a foundation out there with no cracks. Because again, what's truly yours, the love, the abundance, the wealth, the joy, the happiness, the new environments, the new places, the new people, it does not leave. It's been there, it's just waiting. It waits until you are finally ready to stop clinging to the counterfeit versions of it.